Last year I reviewed the first Hellraiser, and last week I reviewed the reboot of Hellraiser. Well, Luke Ponto, once again, your recommendation of Hellraiser 2 was already on the list to do this year, but I'm just going to give you a shout out because, you did recommend it, and I was going to do it. So Luke, thank you for recommendation. Let's talk about this sequel.
Hellbound, Hellraiser II. Time to play.
So it was pretty interesting watching this movie tonight because I wasn't 100% sure if I've actually seen this movie. When I sat down and watched it and I saw the frame of the bloody woman wearing the threads, it came back to me. So I think I've seen this movie, but I'm pretty sure if I did watch it, it was like on AMC Halloween night and it was on TV. I never watched it actually just fully R-rated. And watching this movie tonight was a lot of fun, seriously, because this movie picks up right where the first one left off, and we are set in this hospital of this woman after the events of Hellraiser that you want to see more Cenobites, and the movie says, hey, we gotta develop our characters, we gotta get everyone in this hospital, we gotta get this woman back to life, but hey, we're gonna give you the Cenobites. Ashley Lawrence as Kirsty is very good in this movie. Seriously, I think from the first one, you can see a lot of upgrades in her just performance. Even though this movie was released 1 year after the original, and I'm pretty sure Clive Barker didn't direct. I should have looked that up before the movie review, but I can tell you this. Her performance just feels more adult-like, even though it's set like after the first one. And with this movie, her being more of a hero because this new female lead is in here and she's the one in trouble with this new just woman who is now needing the skin to eat men and then turn back into a really sexy woman with all this exotic stuff happening. All that stuff feels like the first one, and it kind of feels like a rehash just in a female form, so it's cool to see. Seriously, the makeup effects on her are like, oh my god, the blood, the veins, the muscles, I mean, it's crazy to see, especially for an 80s movie. I love seeing prosthetics and the makeup like that. But come on, let's talk about Doug Bradley as Pinhead. We actually get a little backstory. The very opening scene, we get to see him as a normal soldier solving the puzzle, getting shocked, and then turning into Pinhead. He gets turned into a Cenobite. And I like seeing that background. I like seeing a little bit of his story, not seeing a complete story, but I like seeing that. And when Cenobites show up and we see Pinhead, the whole vibe of this movie just gets a lot better. And then in the third act, when we really enter into hell and seeing this entire world, this puzzle floor, and this big triangle thing in the sky with lightning and everything, I mean, it gets really cool. It expands on that first movie, because the first movie is very dark, slow, methodical, and it has that Clive Barker exotic feel to it. This one expands on that in a good way. Seriously, I think from the first one to do this, it was a smart move and giving us more Cenobites, because again, you watch that first Hellraiser, Pinhead's like in the movie for less than 5 minutes. So for this movie to actually have Pinhead front and center, it's pretty cool, and like I said, I think everyone does a really good job. The movie takes what the first one did really well and ups the ante, and I think it works very well. And by the end of the movie, I had fun with it. There's really good bloody kills. There's an awesome kill at the very end of this movie. And by the end of this movie, I definitely was like wondering if maybe I should watch the third one like right away, but maybe next Halloween. But again, for Hellraiser 2, this was a pretty darn good sequel. I'm gonna give Hellbound Hellraiser 2 a B. I do prefer the first one, but I do think this one's a little bit more entertaining. It's kind of like Home Alone 1 and 2. Home Alone 1 is like the better film, but Home Alone 2 is really entertaining to watch. I feel the same way about this, even though Hellraiser is completely different from a Christmas kids movie. And you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.